In September of 2022, Ray Ingram sat with a question bigger than basketball, bigger than memory, and bigger than the life he had already built. Does what we do determine who we are? Or does who we are determine what we do? That question sits near the heart of his book, It's the Coach's Fault. And in this serving of Ray's Buffett, it returns through one of the hardest places a person can visit, the past. Ray is in Houston, Texas, surrounded by the familiar sounds of Lifetime Fitness in Baybrook, sneakers on hardwood, basketballs bouncing, players talking, old friends stopping by, and former athletes returning with stories of their own. Sometimes Ray is talking to them. Sometimes he is talking to players in his leagues. Sometimes he admits he is just talking to himself. This time, the conversation turns to a decision he made years ago, resigning his military commission and giving his full energy to becoming the best basketball coach he could be. For a long time, that decision was simply part of his story. He owned it. He moved forward. He coached. He taught. He tried to make a difference. Then, in August of 2022, Ray had the privilege of going in the box at the National Training Center at Fort Irwin in California's Mojave Desert. The visit brought him close to his old unit, the 11th Armored Cavalry Regiment, and back among men connected by the Black Horse Bond. The experience was powerful, but it did more than make him nostalgic. It made him ask, what if I had stayed in? What if I had accepted my promotion? What would my life have been like? And there it was. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Almost never a good place to be. Looking back can feel honest, responsible, even necessary. But if we stay there too long, the past steals energy from the present. The time spent asking, what if, takes away from making the most of the decision already made. That is when another coach stepped in. Glenn Snodgrass, a mentor from Ray's time at Downs Barracks in Fulda and later a friend through the Black Horse Bond, called to check on him after Fort Irwin. Ray told him he was wondering whether he should have stayed in. Glenn's answer was simple. Don't look back, have no regrets, and think of the huge number of young athletes you have helped through the years. That response became a turning point, because on the surface, coaching basketball can look like teaching skills and trying to win games. Passing, footwork, shooting, defense, practice plans, camp drills, league nights, scoreboards. But below the surface, coaching is something else. It is developing character, building strength, helping someone win in the game of life, not just on the court. The photos tell that story. Ray with players, Ray with young athletes learning the game, Ray with teams in gyms and practices, in moments that may have looked ordinary then, but became part of a much larger journey. Many players had their first real basketball contact in one of his practices or camps. Years later, some came back with their own children and said, "That's my son," or "That's my daughter." Do it again. For a coach, that closes a circle. And in that circle, Ray found an answer to the question that followed him home from Fort Irwin. Maybe the military life he imagined would have mattered, but the coaching life he chose mattered too. He did not just leave one road behind, he walked another one fully. The lesson is not that every decision is easy, or that regret never visits.